Aita for telling my soon-to-be mother-in-law if she wants kids she can adopt one. I'm a 25-year-old female, and I'm blind. The whole idea of having kids scares me, and I honestly don't want any, and my fiancé is also fine with this decision. Before Christmas my fiancé and I went to see his mother, and aside from my parents they are the only other people we visit in person. While we were there, the subject of children came up, which is usual for his mum. He actually nags us about having kids quite a bit, especially after we got engaged. While we were talking she asked me when I was going to have her a baby. I told her I didn't know because I don't want kids. Just like everyone else I've told this to, she tells me I don't mean that. Then says I have to have her a grandbaby. This of course made my blood boil, and I plainly told her that if she wanted a baby so badly she could adopt one. Then my fiancé spoke up and told her that we'd probably be more willing to have kids if people didn't nag us about it. Then I asked her if I had baby farm tattooed on my forehead. She says yes because I'm a woman and that's what I'm supposed to do. She doesn't care that I'm blind, and having a child would be a struggle for me. She just wants me to pump her out a grandchild. Am I the asshole? NTA. Your fiancé needs to get his mother in line. She has every right to be disappointed, but that isn't anything she should be sharing with you. That's what friends and a therapist are for. Oh my god, if she ever went to therapy the world would end. No offense if you're Christian, but she tries to use the Bible to fix her issues in life. NTA. You told her to mind her business and she didn't. Your fiancé meant well with his response but it wasn't good enough. He is the one that needs to lay it down to his mother that it's not happening, and he needs to let her know you both feel that way and not just you. You do not owe it to anyone to have a child that you don't want. He has never been the best at wording thing, but which he said that he was referencing the fact that my parents give us a hard time about this too. NTA, but your fiancé should not have given her hope where there is none. Additionally, not all women want to be mothers and that's perfectly okay. It wasn't intentional. He was talking about how my parents also do the same thing. I already told him he should have said it like that. NTA, your uterus, your business. End of. Aita for laughing at someone who called me racist. I'm 16, I'm mixed, but because my dad is pretty light-skinned and my mom is Irish and white as a ghost I look fully white as well, except my hair. I have like 3B3C hair type and I've had dreads for like past year. So I was at school the other day, hanging out with my friends in the hallway, and this one girl comes up to me. She says, "Wow, your hair looks great, wonder how it'll look when it decides to fall out." I'm like, what? And she starts talking about me appropriating black culture, and I clearly have fake hair with those dreads too because my hair is clearly not that thick and I clearly don't have that much hair. She says that she's confused about how no one is saying anything about me being racist. I asked if she's new here because she obviously was. She says that doesn't matter and she's just grossed out by me. I just laughed because it was funny to me. I said alright, whatever helps you sleep at night, and continued talking to my friends. They started laughing too and she stomped away somewhere. Then of course I randomly get called into principal's office. He said that he gets that it was a misunderstanding but I was in the wrong for laughing at her instead of explaining it calmly. He told me that I should apologize. I told him I wasn't planning to apologize and left. Now he called my parents. I honestly don't know why he's making such a big deal out of this, and said that the girl is requesting the apology. When I told them what happened they laughed too, but think that it's better if I just say sorry to her one time and get over it. You could call a meeting with her and, in front of the principal, say, "I'm sorry you're projecting your own racism on me and assuming I'm not biracial because I'm not black enough and didn't bother to learn that my father is black before spouting off and making yourself look like a joke I happened to laugh at." Perhaps next time you decide to be woke and call someone out, you should ask if they aren't actually a part of the minority you're trying to white knight. Maybe you should avoid immediately insulting someone when you know nothing about them. ETA, NTA. NTA. Someone made a whole lot of assumptions about you and tried to call you racist simply for existing in a way her small view of life couldn't comprehend. You took the high road and brushed it off. You don't owe her any sort of explanation or apology. NTA, dude, your school is nuts. She attacked you verbally and accused you of being racist and appropriating culture. First of all, it is not racist to have your hair like that, but she was racist for thinking so. Second, she should apologize to you for her nasty verbal attack. Finally, you laughed instead of responding in anger or being nasty back to her like she was. It seems to be like you took the high road. Maybe the school should suspend her for accosting someone minding their own business. Principal should be sweating buckets because he's fucked if op goes anywhere with this. You really think with the current state of race relations, the local paper wouldn't pounce on a principal demanding the mixed victim of a racist attack apologizes to the racist white girl that attacked them for embarrassing her when op laughed at her racial tirade? At which point you've poisoned the jury pool, so may as well talk to a lawyer about discrimination and damages for emotional distress caused by a person in a position of trust abusing that position to double down on your victimization under their supervision. Request a meeting with your principal and tell them point blank that the school's practices for dealing with racial insensitivity have made you uncomfortable and you don't feel you should have to apologize for existing as a biracial person that didn't meet another person's standards. You would like an apology from her for assuming how people who belong to their respective racial identities should look and berating you because you did not meet her arbitrary and wrong expectations. Also say you think it would be prudent if this girl was taught to get her facts straight before wrongly and rudely accusing people of things. Good luck. NTA. Edit. People are accusing you of hiding the truth because they don't believe the school would make you apologize if the story happened the way you described. I completely support your recount of this. Schools are horrible at conflict resolution and will typically attempt to find fault in all people party to a dispute, no matter how one-sided an incident is. I'm sure you will meet plenty of people in your life who were wronged and were still made to apologize by authority figures. It's a poor peacekeeping method and it sucks. Aita For arguing with my brother's wife after she announced her pregnancy at my daughter's birthday's party. Hi, I'm a 37-year-old mom. First off, let me start by saying that my 13-year-old daughter Maya was suffering from blood cancer and it was incredibly hard on her because of how weak she was. We'd seen some pretty awful days. I was exhausted, I had zero strength to handle it. It was just me and my husband doing everything. My parents themselves been dealing with health issues, but my brother and his wife only visited a couple of times and that was it. My brother's wife made some backhanded comments about Maya's health/look while Maya was struggling. Maya cried twice because of her insensitivity and lack of consideration. We kept our distance from her and my brother and focused on Maya. It's been nearly over a year now and Maya is in good health and I'm so thankful for that. Last year, unfortunately, we didn't get to celebrate her birthday due to circumstances, but this year her grandparents said they wanted to celebrate her birthday at their house. I agreed. Maya has a wonderful relationship with her grandparents and I knew she'd want to go celebrate her birthday with them. My mom invited family members. My brother and his wife were already there since they always visit. Things were going great. Family members showed up with gifts and more sweets and also took pictures. However, once Maya started opening her gifts, my sister-in-law got up while my brother was asking for a minute because he said they had something to announce. By the look on his wife's face, it seemed like it was planned. My sister-in-law announced that she and my brother were expecting and everyone started congratulating her and hugging my brother. I was standing next to Maya and I noticed she was uncomfortable. Sister-in-law basically stole my daughter's birthday to announce her pregnancy even though she could have picked another day. Maya seemed upset until the party was over. She didn't even open some gifts as everyone else was sitting and talking to my sister-in-law. We left an hour early, and once I got home I called my sister-in-law and asked her why she thought it was okay for her to ruin my daughter's birthday and crush her spirit after having been through so much that this party was needed. I basically lashed out at her and told her she could have picked another day. But she pulled the whole family was there, so I couldn't miss the chance nonsense. Maya stayed in her room after that, and she even refused to look at the pictures we took. I got into an argument with my brother telling me I shouldn't berate his pregnant wife and scold her like that. He said she didn't do anything to me, so I needed to apologize for being mean and rude to her for no reason, but I refused and turned my phone off. Everyone please understand that I am not in the USA. I've already mentioned this multiple times. NTA. You never steal another person's moment to announce one of your own. Ever. I don't care if it's the only time in the next decade everyone will be together. You don't steal someone else's moment. And especially not the moment of a kid who's had a very rough year, probably terrified that she wouldn't even see another birthday, and finally gets to have a celebration and a little normalcy. Your brother and Sil deserve to be raked over the coals a few more times. And can the rest of society agree that the appropriate response to this sort of behavior is "that's nice, but not now," and go back to celebrating the original thing? NTA. Even if your daughter had not been through a health crisis, announcing something like that at her birthday party is still insensitive and incredibly rude. They couldn't even bother to wait until the end of the party. NTA. Your daughter deserved a moment. She's a child and an adult took her limelight.